Hey there, everyone. Thought I'd combine two figures to do kind of a double review. As soon as these two kind of fit quite well together, I've skipped the packaging bit as we've kind of gone through and done that a little bit already. So I thought we'd take a look at Man-at-Arms and Teela, father and daughter alongside each other from the Revelations series. I've done all the packaging stuff beforehand, but it is fantastic. I do sort of cut off and keep a few little bits there just to go with it all. And I'll go through all the accessories and bits and pieces and articulation for both of these ones. So I've armed them up with kind of as they are out of the packaging. Man-at-Arms with his kind of mallet, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. He comes with this kind of front armor piece here, which is kind of in orange plastic, but you've got lots of kind of paint apps added to it, the kind of fur bit that goes around, and then you've got this arm piece, which is another piece here which can be taken off. Again, set in the same color plastic with almost like a bronze going around it. And the same with this other piece here, just got like a more paint added in there. You see, actually, it's still got a bit of the plastic stuff caught up in there, and it's fairly loose around it, but it does hold on all right. And you can sort of have it in a certain pose, and it kind of holds better than others. The face, he's got the kind of helmet which is painted, and obviously the face with the moustache, the eyes and the eyebrows are painted and done extremely well. The normal kind of what do you call it, furry loincloth sort of thing which they've done here, and the belt that goes across, which is lots of different paint that they've used for this. So you've got a light blue, red, and then grey going across here. Oh no, actually I think that's the colour of the plastic, and these bits are painted here as well, so like a darker colour there. And the boots are also painted. It's like a wash, like a light green wash in it, and black, and then a black wash over green plastic, it looks like. So yeah, the detailing on it is really nice, and I think maybe there's some extra paint that's on here as well. Yeah, so I think this is like a dark green plastic, and done a bit of like a black wash on here as well. So the paint apps are really good on this guy. All the standard articulation. So you get the waist articulation there, and then you get this bit here, which means you can move it forward and back. Might just adjust the brightness slightly. It's not quite as bright. Is that a bit better? Okay. The head, you can look up a fair bit, down loads. You can't get a confused Duncan, but the head does rotate all the way around if you're into that. The arms rotate all the way around, even with all the armor on and everything else like that. You see there's like a little clip there which you take it off, you swivel, you can move this bit out. As you kind of move the stuff around, you do have to kind of move it and make sure it supports it, because it's a little bit too big for his bicep. So in some cases it will kind of droop down, but you can kind of move it around to get it in the right pose for that. And even paint on the top of his hand here, another armor piece on his leg here. Obviously you can take all of these bits off and potentially put them on other figures if you want to as well. There's a view from the back. Some of the other bits that he does come with is additional gripping hand with paint. He's got open hand without the armor, a clenched fist with the armor piece, and then a clenched fist, right fist without any armor, which is the same as that one without the armor, but it does have the coloured in piece here as well. Yeah, as mentioned, this bit does rotate around. The arm does bend up to there, and I think it should then bend at this piece here. Some of these joints I mentioned on the He-Man figures are a little bit tight. So yeah, I don't want to push that any further forward, but there is another joint in there for like a double jointed elbow. But on mine, it just feels a little bit tight. So just be wary of that. Don't want to push it too far. As always, the hands move this way and then out and inwards as well. The legs fairly wide. There's a cut at the top of the thigh, swivels round, and then your leg you should have a double jointed thing in here. Like I mentioned, this one is a little bit tight, but it does bend back. It is kind of impeded by this piece of armor here, and swivel here, and the boot moves forward, back, and then if I hold that there's like a kind of swivel that moves in and out there as well. So I'm not great at kind of posing these guys. My table is a little bit on the shaky side, but even just messing around like that, you can get some good poses. There he is alongside his daughter. So she comes with a fair few accessories. She's holding one which looks like a kind of like a sword, and this kind of staff which looks, I can't remember in the show whether she kind of zaps people with it or it's more of a spear. But you've got that, and it kind of goes flat in a couple of places, I guess, where you can use it as to get better grip. And then you get this smaller one here, which again is kind of painted as well. And then you get a couple of hands that go with it. So one which is kind of a gripping hand, which you can then hold two weapons, and one which is an open hand as well. So, and then she's got equipped with a kind of closed fist and a gripping hand here. There is a space for this weapon, so you can store it on the back here like that. So it goes in there fairly securely. She's got this little messenger bag sort of thing, which is actually part of the tooling and adding on there, so you can't actually remove that. And she's got like a strap thing going around her leg. The armor that's on there, it looks as if you can take it off here and here, but it would leave a bit of a gap in there. No, actually I don't think that will come off, because this looks as if it's all part of her chest, so I don't think you can remove it. Yeah, definitely not. So slightly different build for this one, obviously, with it them being kind of male and female characters. They've gone for a different build with this one, so the moulding's different. The articulation though is fairly similar, really. The head moves down a little bit, up, so not loads, and then the head moves from side to side. It does feel a little bit more limited. You can like go all the way around a little bit, but it does feel not quite as good. The moulding on the hair is good, but I have got like an imperfection there on it. And then they've used a paint for like the shorter bit of a hair around here. The face is done really well. They've sort of coloured her lips, her eyes, eyebrows. It's not dead on for the show, but it's pretty good. And then you've got lots of paint apps, different browns and kind of yellows that they've used for kind of like leather straps and buckles and things like that, which are good. The arms kind of rotate around here in the same way. You get that rotation in here, which is the same. And then that double jointed elbow joint, it goes up to there, which is the same. The hand rotates and moves out a little bit and in a little bit. You don't really get an ab crunch, but you get more of a kind of a side to side on her. There is that movement forward, but you're kind of hindered by this piece here. And then you do get that waist articulation there as well. The legs, more or less the splits. And then forward here. And back, again, you're kind of hindered by the moulding in here. And then they've, with the knee pads, they've kind of gone for like a different colour piece in here for the knee. So I'm guessing that's, they've made that to look like a knee pad, I think. And then rotate here, and it should bend back again for the double joint. But again, it's a little bit tough, but even then it goes all the way back there. And again, like this, the paint they've put on here, it's the kind of weathering they've done to make the boots look like they're worn out. And then a darker brown here for the straps. Rotation here again, and the same with the feet, forward, back, and then that kind of rotation here as well. They do have pegs under, well, holes for pegs underneath, so you can use those. And just to show you, obviously, that she can kind of hold all her accessories. I'll just pull this out here and have a hold, put that back in, and then have a hold this piece in here. You have to sort of maneuver the hands around a little bit. Yeah, I'm not sure because it doesn't hold this the best. So she can hold it all right, but the thumb is a little bit weak and it's a little bit stressed there, so it's not the best kind of fitting. I'm not sure how she's supposed to hold it really, if she's supposed to hold it with two hands, or if you kind of have her holding one weapon and then the other. Yeah, I'm not sure what the best way to do it is, but she can hold both, then hold that extra one kind of in a backpack if you want to. So she can do that. I'm trying to get her in a bit of a different pose, which you can do. Again, like I said, my table's a little bit wobbly, so it's not probably the flattest of surfaces. I just thought I'd try that. So yeah, you can do that and get them in some different poses. The quality on these figures is pretty good. You just need to be careful with some of the like resistances on them, where they can just get a little bit stiff, moving from side to side. If you do feel there is that resistance, just go steady with it and maybe just heat up that joint. Apply a hairdryer or something just to give it a little bit of wiggle room, and just try it then before you kind of get them set up in that position. But they are great toys. They look fantastic on display. I will kind of sum up and probably do like a little video of showing them all on display at the moment. I've got them on like a rotating thing at the moment, so I think they look pretty good. So I shall finish off there. Just want to show you these guys as they were. I know I'm not getting a lot of people watching these videos at the moment with the He-Man stuff, but I still am enjoying the toys and just enjoying taking a look at them. So I felt guilty really not doing them because they've been sat around for such a long time, and I thought, you know, I just don't want to just open them and just put them on display. I wanted to showcase them and see what people thought, find out other people's experiences, you know, how they're enjoying the toy range, because I haven't had loads of feedback so far. So please comment down below and let me know what you think. That's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.